fighter, and he would eventually, catch him with some shots. He hit him with a lot of shots. He looked fantastic tonight, and I couldn't be more proud of him.
Do you think he's proud of his performance? I know that you were in there speaking with him.
He's not. He's very upset with himself. He feels like that fight was there for the taking, and he thinks that the fight was stopped early. I was good with the stoppage. He's not a professional boxer. He stepped in there to fight, arguably the greatest of all time, and he looked damn.
Hi. I thought I was in late Lanzarote. What a mouth! Look at that mouth!
It's only 1.5, Conor.
Isn't it? But it's a rocket ship.
1.6. Any reaction to the threats on your life?
Come and get me! Come and get me!
Has it been sorted?
I thought I was in late Lanzarote. What a mouth! Look at that mouth!
Here's the camera. You're not the horse in the camera. Yeah.
Any reaction to the threats on your life?
Stand back, I'll take that car. Off the road. Off the road. Come in past.
Has it been sorted?
I thought I was in late Lanzarote. What a mouth! Look at that mouth!
Here's the camera. You're not the horse in the camera. Yeah.
Follow up on that a little bit. Given how well he did in the fight, against the long guy, if he chose to box again, would you endorse that and would you work with him on it?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Kevin?
I just said if he chose to box again, given how well he did, would you endorse that and work with him on that?
I would rather he did not. This isn't what he does. He's a mixed martial artist where he goes in and he fights and he uses all of his weapons, and tonight he was only allowed to use his hands. I think he did great tonight. I don't think there's anything else left to prove. I would rather he fight mixed martial arts.
Gene, I guess just to kind of follow up on that, let's not talk about Conor McGregor specifically. I mean, this was a special, unique event. Would you be open to entertaining the idea of ever doing this, a cross-promotional bout like this again?
I'm ready to get back to the UFC and do what I do. These guys were amazing to work with. No bullshit, you know me. These guys were awesome. The Team Mayweather, Al Heyman, much respect. These guys were. Like I said, I was expecting something completely different coming in to work with these guys because of how long it took to make the Pacquiao fight. But it wasn't. I can tell you, it wasn't this side. That I can promise you. These guys have been fantastic.
And of course, the question on every UFC fan's mind is when is Conor McGregor going to step back to the octagon? I know it's early, but have you had a chance to speak with him at all? I mean, any indication of what should and could come next for him in the UFC?
Yeah, I've been back there with him pretty much this whole time, and we're not talking about fighting tonight. He put on a great performance. We're not talking about fighting. You know how he is, man. When he's ready, he'll let me know.
Dana over here. What's your response after the event tonight to people who said this was going to be a circus, that it would be a farce?
Yeah, you have to have negative people, man. When you're doing stuff like this, it creates the debate and the back and forth. But I knew Conor McGregor's a fighter, and we saw a fight tonight. I don't know if tonight was the best boxing you've ever seen, but we saw a fight. And I mean, Conor was in here landing jabs on Floyd Mayweather. He hitting him with the right hands, hitting him with a big uppercut, hitting him with nice body shots. Conor McGregor looked damn good tonight to me. I don't know what co-promoters in the UFC, but we've always got a done deal with Conor. You know what I mean? When you look at Conor McGregor and his value that he brings, he's incredible. The guy's a global superstar. You know, you could say whatever you want about, you know, his talking and everything. He always backs it up. He will literally fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. So if anybody deserves the money, it's Conor, you know. We've always dealt well together from day one up to today, and we'll get a deal done.
Here with UFC President Dana White ahead of UFC 217 inside Madison Square Garden, and emotions are always running high when it gets to Friday at a weigh-in. It seems particularly high with these top three fights.
Madness, you know. The storyline between the co-main event, you know, combatants, if you will, is second to none. I mean, these guys were former teammates. They hate each other. Both super talented guys, and my pick to be fight of the night.
And then that main event, obviously, George coming back for the first time for 4 years. What kind of sense have you gotten from George after that long, long layoff?
Yeah, I mean, he seems into it. He's in great shape. He's been off for 4 years, and Bisping's an absolute lunatic this week. I mean, the guy is so hard to control right now. I expect that to be a very good fight, too. And then Joanna Jacek can't keep her hands off off of Rose. It's been a crazy week.
What do you mean it's been hard to control Michael Bisping? What's he doing?
He's an absolute lunatic this week. He's been a terror at the hotel. Every time we do the face-offs, he wants to put his hands on St. Pierre. It's just today he's telling me to get out of his way, and you know he's not going to touch him. I said, you just touched him 3 times. Yeah, you're going to. He's been crazy, man. So I expect these fights to be awesome.
Yeah, is that a good thing or a bad thing that Michael Bisping's so emotional heading into this one?
Who knows? I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. You know, St. Pierre has been. You know what? St. Pierre said I made this mistake once. I got this emotional over a fight, you know. So let Bisping get as emotional as he wants, and he's calm, cool, collected. We'll see if it has an effect on the fight tomorrow.
And Joanna, the strawweight champ, you mentioned her. She's about to tie Ronda Rousey's record if she defeats Namajunas on Saturday. Can you put her into context? What does that mean? What is the significance of that?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Ronda is, you know, the best to ever do it. The woman who built, you know, women's mixed martial arts to what it is today, and if she can tire and then break the record, I mean, it's hard not to call her the greatest ever. You know,
I love a good knock. That was a good knock with a good, solid competitor. That's it. I was like, fair play to you. Kept composure. I thought I had you in the early rounds, but you kept smart. You kept composed, and you took me out towards the end. Fair play to you. But when I took you back in that first exchange, it would have been over there and then. That's the truth. Like he was throwing his right hand. He threw his right hand, and then he'd leave his frame here. And when his frame was on me, I'd peel and get to the back. Finished many fights early because I have prepared for the full distance. This is no different. I am prepared to go the full 12 rounds with this man, but I am also prepared to knock him out in 10 seconds, and it would not surprise me if that happens. So it wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't surprise you if you would knock him out in 10 seconds? 10 seconds into the fight.
It would be my third fastest KO in my career.
And you think that's a realistic possibility?
I believe so. Size, reach, power. He was looking for an exit. The spars were not good for him. He took a lot of head trauma. Straight after it, we were worried. The sparring partners were actually telling us when he was dropped back to the home that he was stumbling out of the car after the 12 rounder.
What's your response to the way he says you've been treating your sparring partners as far as the house they're staying with?
I think it's ridiculous. I mean, we have multiple houses over here. He can say, look, he can say what he wants. The guy is a mouthpiece. I don't know what else to say. He came in, he got his ass whooped, he got his ego badly dented, and that's it. I mean, we sent the footage of the knockdown. We sent the footage over, and I don't think they are refusing to show it. So he was flattened. What can I say? He got his ass whooped. But I like the guy. He's all right though. He's kind of like a lovable mouthpiece. Do you know what I mean? But he's all right. He was knocked down. He was flattened against the ropes. Multiple times the ropes kept him on his feet. We were worried about him. We thought we thought the worst was that happening. You know what I mean? He was certainly badly concussed. As far as the images that got leaked, let me clear this: I didn't leak no images. The image I leaked and the image I released, the only image I released was the original one where my hands were behind my back, and that was in response to the comment where he said, he went on a big quote, and one of the comments in the quote was, "I will beat him with one hand tied behind my back." So I released one picture with me whooping his ass with both hands behind my back. And then he just got out of there and went running, and I don't know, I mean, I don't mind Paulie. He came in, he spoke a hell of a game previous, very disrespectful to the skill set, very disrespectful to the discipline. But no matter what a man says, if they show up and try to answer that and try their best, you've got to give respect, and that's what happened. He showed up, he tried his best. It didn't go his way, he got his ass whooped, he got his pride dented, and then he wanted a way out. What better way for a guy like him to exit under a low